Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday after Thanksgiving. And we're going to just be playing some Foony Chess on Foony.com. Let's just see what we can get for matches here. I might have to fix my scene layout. Like, you can see the board, but you can't quite see the whole page. Okay, we got E4. We'll play our Caro-Kann. Okay, I've played this before. I've played this move order before. I think it wanted me to play E5. I think every move I play here is fine. Just develop. When they bring the bishop out, queen b6 is common. So defend our pawn here. Attacking twice and defending twice. Is he going to play... Yeah. I'm going to develop our knight. And he's going to bring his bishop out to g5. And we're actually going to go queen b6 and target the b2 pawn. This works the same too, I think. Still queen b6, I think. Does it blunder this pawn? Maybe it does blunder this. Maybe I should have played... No, this is still fine. Okay. Okay, now we can probably protect this pawn. Open up our bishop. Seems reasonable. Target this guy somehow. Maybe bishop d7 and rook c8 would be nice. Rook c8. Okay, stopping bishop e4. Knight e5, knight c4 is an idea. Don't want to play that right away. Let's just develop our bishop. We'll try to get our rook to c8 on this semi-open file. Or I can open up my my A file here. Pawn here, pawn here. He's got two, I got two. I could also think about sacking. Do I want to sack my bishop? Or sack my knight? Is that crazy? Sacking my knight's probably crazy. All right. Rook c8. Rook c8. Okay, this knight is undefended. Is he going to play rook d3? No. Okay. I'm not sure what this knight move is. Is he going in here? We'll kick him out, because I don't think his knight has any moves here. If d6, I'll take the bishop. If he moves back, I have knight takes b4. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have knight takes b4. His knight's not defended here. Just double checking that I'm not blundering anything. And I do have bishop takes. I have queen takes here. Huh. Bishop takes, rook takes, bishop takes. Check here. Check here. Bishop takes, rook takes, bishop takes. Attack kind of dies out. Queen takes, rook takes, queen takes. Bishop here. That'd be checkmate. Yeah, let's do queen takes. And we'll take back the rook. Though maybe he can do bishop here. But then I got this check. No, okay. Bishop here blunders mate. Okay, he did not blunder mate. He is attacking. I have this check. I have this check. Knight blocks I can take. Queen check. Forces him up. I have bishop a4. Whoa. Still have bishop a4. I mean, b5. Okay, let's just checkmate. Whew, okay. Good game, good game. I wonder if I have a different view here. No. That's okay. We'll leave it for now. You guys see the chessboard. It's fine. What's going on, guys? What's going on, chat? This is a Foony.com chess website, and it's really not that bad. They got matchmaking button. There might be ELO in the background, but there's no real like rating that you can see. So sometimes we get people who are completely new. And you can get coins and unlock little bonuses and stuff. And this purple board is a color you can unlock. It's like, yeah, it's not as cool as having a whole theme or something. Okay, this blunders a pawn. I think we just go into an endgame where I'm just up a pawn. Let's just do it. Need my endgame practice here. Take this pawn. I can target the F pawn. We'll trade. We'll target this pawn here on F7. I'll stay solid here. F3, just defend my pawn. I mean, this is a free pawn too. Pins the knight. He's got to probably unpin with bishop e7. Could castle, develop my last knight. Let's just develop. I mean, his knight really, if he wanted to move it forward, okay, I can resign. If I wanted to move it forward, probably could just trade it too. I mean, but I don't want to give up my bishop for a knight. But yeah, this is a little more, this website's a little more Wild West, because there probably isn't any kind of, there's no kind of safeguards or anything, so I'm sure there's people that cheat. I think they probably have some sort of reporting system. Okay, I'm not used to the English opening. But we're going to try to play our like C6 Caro-Kann style here. Okay. Let's see. I have this check. Probably want to take the E pawn. Are we just going to go into an endgame? Let's just go into an endgame. Why not? And we'll play pawn e4, e5. This knight can't go anywhere. This bishop isn't doing much. This bishop isn't doing much. Target his f2 pawn. Kind of similar to the last game, except I'm on the other side. This pawn on c6 is really important for stopping his knight from getting to d5. So otherwise, his knight would be really good on this square. I could take that, double his h pawns. I could also just stay solid, f6. And develop my pieces. Okay. I could still take a pawn and then rush my bishop back. I could also maybe play like a6, b5 and like kind of trap his knight. Don't want to give up my bishop for a pawn. Sure. Play this Russian school of chess style. And then maybe I'll put my bishop back. I mean, his knight's not really any good. This bishop's a little stuck. Maybe he could push c5. He might want to try to open up some files. I don't want to play a6 because that allows the knight to jump in. Does b5 matter? I could play it first. Takes. Knight back. b5. Takes. Knight c3. I don't have my c-pawn anymore. But if I ignore it, if he were to push it, probably still ignore it. It's like not sure. Knight here. I might just want to develop. Let's just develop. If he pushes the pawn, I mean, it's defended by my b pawn. If he wants to take. And this pawn is unprotected. So I can play knight here, takes. He wants his rook down here. I can put rook here. I could also castle. Maybe castle. This might be a weird position. I can take this with check. I mean, I can win his knight with check, I think, here. If he ends up taking my pawn, but he's got king here. And my bishop's in trouble. I can take knight here. Maybe I didn't think that all the way through. I could take his e-pawn. I could take his knight. He takes my bishop. Oh, but then I got a knight fork here. Well, no, because the king would take the bishop. Okay. Yeah, some people are just pretty impatient. I think he was just kind of losing his patience with me taking too long. But I mean, it's chess. It's a 10-minute game, guys. And the only problem with this website right now is there isn't really a way to like check your game. You can't like analyze the game within the website, but in the the profile section, it gives you your recent game history, and you can click the notation, and it'll copy it, and then you can import it into like Lead Chess or something if you want to look at the game with an engine or something like that. Which let's see if we can do that really quick. Right, so I was black, right? Yeah, so I played the right move. Just an end game where I'm just better. Just develop. It does want me to take that knight. I kind of didn't see that I can take the pawn right away. I noticed it after. My move lost a lot of my advantage here. F5. Yeah, this is still a line. Knight b6. Just challenge the knight. So this is all okay. All right, so I was thinking of taking the knight, which the computer still agrees. Take the knight. He takes my bishop. I can play here, but he's got rook takes with this really annoying pawn. So taking or the knight back. Taking probably the move here, just because the computer says it, but. I do get a lot of these opponents that like to play a lot of pawns in the middle, and then, like, principally speaking, going into an endgame right away, I have castling rights, he doesn't. And we just develop our pieces. So this would just be really good if I did this right away, because then I'd be up another pawn. But anyway, all right, back to let's go back to Foony here. Search for another game. B4. Knight f3. We don't get a Sicilian too often, so that makes me nervous. Oh, but this can't be right. Well, that blunders the e-pawn. So why don't we just take it? We'll just move our knight back. Unless I got queen here, but then pawn down. I also got pawn d4. If takes, takes. If takes, my queen takes. This might be okay. This website does have pre-moves. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. My pawn is undefended. If I play here and then he takes, then my queen could still take. Probably fine. Let's find out. Otherwise, maybe I should just bring my knight back. Probably would have been the most solid thing to do. His bishop is hanging. That defends it. Probably a good endgame for me if we trade. I don't know if there's anything else here, because my knight is kind of under threat. My queen's attacked, my knight's attacked. Knight here, queen takes, knight here, now bishop covers. All right, let's trade the queens, and we'll just bring our knight back, and we'll threaten a fork with e5. If he tries to pin my knight, I'll push. Okay, he's still got rook e1, so if I push and he takes and I take, he's got rook e1. My bishop, but then he can push his d pawn. He wins his piece back. I can target this pawn right away. This weak pawn on b6. Maybe long castle. Now I'm threatening a fork because my bishop cuts off the rook. Okay. Am I getting my bishop trapped here? I could also long castle. His bishop's undefended. So I can long castle. He takes. I take back. I got doubled pawns. He can move his bishop away. Let's just take his pawn. We're in an endgame. What's he going to do? Rook a6, so would blunder his rook. He can't attack this, my bishop too easily. And I can kick his knight back. If I do long castle, okay. My pawn is still defended. So if I do long castle, he might think he's got f1, but he really doesn't because my bishop can come back. Do I want to play for this tricky? It does castle my king and attacks his bishop. I guess then he's got this check bailout. Let's kick his knight. My knight's guarding my e pawn. If his knight goes back, again, I don't have that fork unless I bring my bishop back or I block with bishop f2. Okay. That's a sacrifice. But he doesn't have a follow-up. Interesting. Rook e1. I also have this check too. Now that he pushed his pawn, he can't really block this check. Just helps develop a piece, and then maybe just take his pawn, really. Maybe I just take his pawn. I mean, he's got nowhere to go. We'll trade some rooks here. Maybe he's going to try something like knight b4, but I'm going to take his rook with check, and then I'm probably going to drop my bishop back. Or maybe rook e1 and then drop my bishop back. Yeah, so rook e1, rook e8 takes, right? He takes back the king. I get him with check. I almost have something here. I can just be solid because he's threatening this pawn. I guess I could also just move my rook up. Maybe I can sack my pawn. Knight g5. Knight g5 threatening h6. Which might be a checkmate. I don't know, this has to be good for me somehow. Yeah, okay. I think maybe he could play like g6, and then he'd have an escape score for his king. But then maybe I can play bishop d4. So I want to look at that game. That was a little interesting at the end. Let's import this game into Foony Chess and look at it real quick. And I was white. So this just blunders a pawn. Okay, d4 is a sideline. Computer really prefers knight c4. Just getting that tempo back on the bishop. But I like his bishop being here because it blocks this d pawn. So practically speaking, like he couldn't get his bishop out because I ended up having my bishop on b6 and his bishop was on d6 and his light squared bishop was stuck there the whole game. So it does say taking the pawn is good. Knight f7, king takes f7, bishop c4 check, king f8, e5 forking the two pieces. C takes, e takes d, queen e8 check, and then bishop e3. No, bishop e2. So bishop back to e2 and b6. So it looked like this. C takes, d takes, queen e8 check, bishop back. Then once b6. Interesting. It wants b6 here. I guess all the moves are roughly the same. Knight c6. All these moves are the same. Moving the queen out seems more practical. Trying to get rid of this d pawn I have. All right, but in the game, still doing really well here. Because my position is just a lot better. Takes. Queen trade does favor me a lot, which I figured it does. Knight back is okay, so it's still kind of blind to this move here, I guess. But you can see how, like I said, his bishop's like really unhappy. Threatening a fork. I guess I still have the fork. Well, maybe it's just because it's just a big trade. I was thinking like this. Oh, okay. For some reason in my head I was thinking this, but then he wins his piece back. But maybe it's not so obvious. No. I lose all my advantage. But bishop here would unpin my knight, and apparently he can still take it. Where am I here? Takes rook e8. Yeah, okay, I don't unpin my knight, but he can just take it. But f4 would run into d6, which wins back his wins back the piece, but I have this threat here. And he can't even do his discover check because I'll just take the rook that's giving the check. Okay. That would have been an interesting line. But instead what we got was me losing my advantage. That's okay. Yeah, just take the pawn. Kick his knight is an option. Sacking his knight is just winning for me. Got the check in after he moved his pawn. Takes his pawn. Rooks. Yeah, rook trade is good. Knight g5. Yeah, knight g5. Look at it, +9. Because I could just be solid here and just double defend my pawns. I guess he could do something like this. But, oh, yeah, my knight still covers it. So here I was thinking g6. g6, so I no longer have this move. I guess it's forced mate with f6. Yeah, f6 and h5. Knight takes h7. These pawns cover these squares. I guess the king only has one escape square here. He's got a fork here, but it just gives up a piece. Like all these moves are just delaying mate here. Oh yeah, he doesn't have this escape square once this opens up. And then mate right here. Nice. That's cool. I like that. All right. Bam. Let's play another game. There's a decent amount of people who play on this website, I think. A lot of guests, too, because this game kind of like floats around a few other gaming websites. I imagine I just take this pawn, right? Okay. My opponent's being silly here. Check, g6. Could give another check. Wait, bishop f4. Bishop c4. If he blocks with d5, I can take it. If he takes with the queen, I can actually take with check and win his queen. Because otherwise I'd take this with check. If he takes it back, I can win his rook. I can win his queen here. No, I can't because he'll have king e6. And I just lose a bishop. Okay. All right. I'll look at that after the game in case I miss anything here. Bishop d3. In case he tries to take with the pawn. And then maybe fianchetto my other bishop if he tries to take, queen take, check. No, he wouldn't have time to move his rook. That's a move. G5. My pawn's... Yeah, G5. Queen E5, and then he develops his other knight with tempo. I might even just bring it all the way back. E2. Wonder if there's a line where I can sack my queen, like B3 takes, take with check. I guess he could just move his knight back. Let's move my queen back to D1. I don't need to be a hero. We'll look at it after the game, but I don't need to be a hero. I think I am going to spend time fianchettoing this other bishop, though. And develop my knights. Do I want to play pawn f4? We'll stay flexible. I might be giving up my advantage here. But do I mind this trade? Not really. I'll take this. He takes back with the pawn. I can target this pawn. Right, he's got to defend with queen move. Yeah. Let's castle. Because why not? We'll centralize the knight, trade the knight, open up. I say open up something. This is interesting because he played really badly the first few moves, I think, and now he's playing really good. He's got two rooks aimed at my king. I can take his knight. I'll bring my other knight in with check. He's going to run his king away. This is interesting. I don't think he really has a way in, though. I can stop his knight from going to b4. Feels a little slow. Could also play bishop c3. Maybe queen e1. No, because then he'll just put his bishop here. We'll play queen d2. We'll just connect our rooks. That's a move. Rook here, queen takes here with check. King here. Queen here. King here. Okay. What's your plan now, big guy? Is he going to play d5? This guy's nuts. He does play d5. I mean, can I play g2? What's he going to do if I play g2? I'm ready to lose this game. I'm ready to lose this game because, like, what are you going to do? You're going to move your queen away, right? Okay. I still lose my knight. Let's see, rook here takes. My rook's pinned. King here takes. I can open up the D file, but he's going to have like rook here. He also could take this. He can also take this pawn too, which might actually be really good for him. Takes. Queen d5 is a temporary check. Takes. Queen, check. I think I might be like completely losing this, but whoa, he takes with that. So what's stopping me from doing this? I guess I got no more checks after this. King down, king f6. He's got rook h2 coming. Here. I gotta try counterattacking. I gotta try counterattacking somehow. Is he gonna do rook h2? Queen's defending that rook too. That's crazy. We got this check. We got this check. I mean, maybe he's not cheating, but like the first few moves he played were really bad, I think. I got this check. If he moves back, we'll just repeat. Okay. That's such a computer move. All right. I don't have any more checks, do I? Because he could have just played that originally, you know. I can take this. I can trade the rooks. He takes with the queen. That's check. Maybe I could have just taken with the bishop, too. I'm going to take it anyway. Whoa, okay. Maybe I should have did that to delay. All right, I lost on time because this guy played like a total grandmaster. And we will look at that game. It's pretty, I would say it's pretty uncommon for me to run into people who are cheating on a website that like I don't think it has any cheating checks or anything like that. So, but there's no real reason to cheat on, especially on a website where like you don't really have a ranking system. So yeah, so like what is this? Where did I go wrong here? Because I should have an advantage. Yeah. Oh, G takes. G takes. What did I do? Okay, I lost a lot of advantage here. So this is not a good move. I know it blocks in my pawn, but I was kind of thinking, this guy's probably an amateur. We're just going to have some fun. And it turns out he was the one having all the fun. I might have even thought about this, but I mean, he's just getting, like, he's still in danger, but I don't have enough like firepower to I'm not developed enough at this point. So queen d back is queen d1's fine. I was thinking of f3 e2, probably more active. I did play a lot more passively, but I didn't think this guy would just be a monster. Probably just developed normally, but okay. I did think about f4. I probably should have focused on trying to open up the position. If f4, whether he takes or he pushes, like if he tried to push, like he's not actually threatening to take my my bishop because his knight is pinned. Yeah, I mean, some of these moves he played weren't necessarily not necessarily good either. Maybe he's just a good player, playing a really bad opening. This is all still good for me. Was castling a losing move? I'm still fine. Yeah, it really wants me to break the center open. Maybe long castle in the future. Does say short castle in the bar, though. Takes is fine. I didn't take. I just played solid. All right, so this is where I start to lose my advantage here. Okay, I was blind to this. This is where I really lost. So I was doing fine up until this move here. Knight back would cover that. I was kind of so focused on these moves that I wasn't even like thinking about queen down here. Yeah. So I guess arguably speaking, he's not really playing the best lines. Oh, queen, yeah, king here. Yeah, I mean it's a lost position, I guess. Next time I'll probably develop more normally. I'd say I lost the game when I played this move here. I was thinking like, okay, he's gonna do this and just blunder mate, and like I gave him some chances like for some cheap checkmates, and then, man, you don't just play f5. You don't play f5 and then just play a really great game. Like f5, f7, king f7. He's like playing like some sort of accelerated Blanc Cloud or something. Ugh. Maybe he's a really good player and he's screwing around. And if he's a really good player, he's a really good player. I mean, it's not like he was playing engine moves the whole time. So, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I will see you guys another time, and another Saturday morning. And all right, bye bye.